Hi guys, it's me again. I'm trying to gather my thoughts here. I wanted to share with you guys some of my thoughts, but I just don't think they're coming out making sense. I was watching Notenufhrs' thoughts on how she feels about staying pop versus experimenting and always revisiting pounds and inches. And I have to agree with you. I've always stayed pop with the exception to adding coconut oil to my protocol, and then obviously my yogurt and berry day thing that I've had that I already told you guys about. Anyways, my thoughts are that, and I know that this has to have been shared before, and maybe I did see vlogs on it, or I'm just assuming that it's been shared before. I'm sure it has. When Simeon's was gathering his studies and perfecting the protocol, the world was a different place. You know, things were different. Our soil was richer. The soil that our fruits and vegetables are, sprouted from was richer and not as polluted. And the seeds for our produce were not as messed with, i.e. GMOs. And our cattle, that for meat eaters out there, was not messed with antibiotics and steroids and all that stuff, being fed on GMO crops and whatnot. So the quality of food was quite different, and that had to have a huge impact on his study and why he chose the combinations of foods that he chose and the quantities of the food that he chose. And now here we are in 2012 or 2050 if you're watching me in 2050 or whatever. Everything's different. The quality of our food and our environment has been polluted or degraded, and I have to think that would affect our it would have to affect the using a protocol that is so old here now in the present. And for those of you, or myself included, who have experimented a little, like adding coconut oil or trying a yogurt day, I think that's totally appropriate. I wouldn't suggest it if you're new and you're doing your very first round. I think it's very important to just stay completely pop, so you can really get the experience down and see how it works for you, and what dose that you need, and be able to take notes and really recognize what's going on with your body, to give you a good start, basically. That's to give you a good start. And then maybe if you're somebody like Miss HCG girl and you're doing 7 rounds, or like slow-mo, feeling like she's on day 5,000, then maybe then it is time for you to experiment a little and start adding a couple of little things. So that's my thought on that. I also wanted to say that when we feel like we are doing everything totally pop, and what is wrong? what is it? Did I have like, you know, too many spices on my food, even though the spices were unlimited in the protocol? Or, you know, did I not get enough sleep or whatever? You know, those are all valid concerns. But when we feel like we have had, we weighed our food, we had the exact amount of protein and the exact amount of vegetable and, you know, all that. You guys know what I'm saying, right? And yet we're not losing, or we gained, or whatever. I'm just putting this out there that since I, you know, was already talking about our world being polluted and the quality of our foods being degraded and all that stuff, I wonder, you know, if here we are eating everything that we're supposed to be eating, you know, regardless, you know what, it doesn't matter, even if you're on protocol or you're not. You know, say you have a family member that, you know, is eating very, very healthy and yet they're still struggling, like I did pretty much all my life. Maybe it has something to do with all of the stuff that's happening with our food and the environment. You know, I mean, maybe the 100 grams of chicken that you're eating, maybe it wasn't labeled properly, and it, you know, it has GMOs in it, or, you know, some people are on the protocol and they're not doing all organic, or it's not possible sometimes to do all organic. It's just, it's becoming impossible. There's just so many things happening that even if you feel like your food has been labeled properly, anything could have happened in the course of that food being transported to, you know, to the location that you purchased it at. Or, you know, maybe you're growing your own vegetables at home, which is wonderful. You know, say you have your own garden, and maybe you didn't think about, or maybe did think about the quality of the seeds that you were growing, and whether or not something had went funky with those seeds, you know, i.e., you know, GMO seeds. And so here you feel like you're eating this lettuce or spinach, you know, maybe it's homegrown, or you got it at Whole Foods and it says organic, or it was, you know, not organic, it's conventional. And you know, let's face it, most of society feels like if you're eating vegetables and you're eating fruits, that's like a wonderful choice. And yes, it is. But if it was tainted, if it's spinach that's from a tainted seed, then how healthy is it to eat? And what is that doing to our body? So, which brings me back to, I'm ranting again, which brings me back to being on protocol and, you know, messing around with MOP on protocol, and when we feel like we're doing everything right, we're on protocol, and yet things are not going right. So you have to start thinking about, or not you have to, it might be a good idea to start thinking about the source of the foods and the products that you're ingesting, and the possibility that those things may be why we're not losing, or we're gaining, or we're stuck, or whatever. Anyways, I've ranted enough. I'm going to get off my soapbox, and I don't know if I made a lot of sense or not, but I needed to get that off my chest, and I'm sure it won't be the last time, and I'm going to hush up now. So, hushing up. Bye.